Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Tuesday. We have a lot to cover today. And of course, we'll be back tonight for Hot Messy Topics at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a subscribers only live chat, but also tonight to talk about the Below Deck premiere with Jason on his channel, Down with Jason. He's calling it Anchor Watch. He has a comedian. I think it's going to be funny as hell. That will be at 11 p.m. Eastern. Again, subscribers only. Guys, that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about Kathryn Edwards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, clarifying what her comments were regarding Garcelle and Lisa Rinna's heated discussion on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 11, part 2, or part 1 of the reunion. We have all the details about that. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Kathryn Edwards is setting the record straight regarding some comments that she made about Lisa Rinna and Garcelle's back and forth conversation on the reunion. So she went on David Yontif's podcast, Behind the Velvet Rope, where she shared her thoughts about the reunion, Garcelle, Lisa Rinna, Erica Girardi. It was a great conversation. And if you haven't checked it out, go check out David Yontif's podcast, Behind the Velvet Rope, because it really was, it's a great listen. But she said some things that pissed a few people off, and now she's clarifying what she said and what she meant by them. This is what was said. After it was suggested that Kathryn Edwards shaded Garcelle by saying that she wasn't sold on the idea that Lisa Rinna wanted to keep the conversation of race off of the show, she returned back to David's podcast. Kathryn said, the one thing that chapped my hide a little bit was the context of our discussion about Garcelle and Lisa Rinna. When Garcelle said that Lisa Rinna didn't want to have the conversation about race discussed on the show, this is what she's talking about. Obviously, we saw on the reunion where Garcelle let us know that she spoke to someone, a mutual friend of hers and Lisa Rinna's, and she found out that, well, this friend told her that Lisa Rinna did not want the topic of race being brought up on the show because it's not that kind of show. And Kathryn just said, I didn't like that interaction between them. To be fair, a lot of us didn't like that interaction between them. A lot of us didn't agree with, this being put to bed so easily. We wanted to know, wait a minute, Garcelle, if Lisa Rinna really said this, honestly, I want to see receipts. I want to hear who told you this. And if she actually said she doesn't want the topic of race or race being brought into the show, that would present a huge problem. Obviously, that is not okay. So if this happened, we need to know more about it. I agree with that, because if Lisa Rinna really said this, then she needs to be held accountable. She needs to own it, right? Well, now Kathryn's trying to make it known, make it clear that she was not shading Garcelle. And she said, all I said was, I just didn't believe whoever was telling Garcelle if they were telling the truth or if they were just repeating a rumor that they heard. She doesn't feel like Lisa Rinna would ever say something like that. And she's just letting us know, I know Lisa Rinna firsthand. I don't believe she would have said that. I don't think she brought this up. That's what Kathryn said. Kathryn also continued with, I don't think Lisa Rinna is the type of person who would say these kinds of things, but I think in the context of it, it was brought to my attention. And I heard that Garcelle is definitely entitled to have those feelings. And I think if I were her and I didn't look at it when I made the comment, just that I didn't know if it was true, I didn't look at it through the lens of Garcelle. If I had heard something like that, how would I feel about it? And how would I want to question it? And why did she wait until the reunion to bring it up? Because she didn't want to make it a storyline. Again, clarifying, there was no shade going on. Now, regarding the shade that she threw Erica's way, she did clarify with this. She's clarified a lot, apparently, but she did clarify with this that she and Erica were at one point where they were about to go to blows. During the initial episode of the podcast, Kathryn recalled the time when Erica was in her face. She said, I was laughing and she was like trying to tell me something. And I was like, get your finger out of my face. I'm kind of laughing because I thought, oh my God, if she takes one step towards me, what do I do? And then I think she said, or what? Which we've definitely seen her say, or what before. Are you going to hit me? Oh, okay. Guys, this reunion is obviously a little bit messy, a little bit shady, but not as interesting as I thought it would be. I have to be upfront and honest about my feelings about this, because with the part 1 and part 2 both airing, we were told by multiple different sources, multiple different housewives who went on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy Cohen himself, who said, I left nothing on the table. I think that the network, the fans, the viewers are all going to be pleasantly surprised at how much Erica actually answers. But then we're watching it and we see him grilling her, but we're not getting any new information. And if we are, can you remind me of what new information we're actually getting? I don't feel like she said anything that we don't already know. And then when he does ask a question that we want to know, obviously she has a legal defense team behind her, and they're probably telling her, this is what you can and cannot say. And she's not giving us anything because she's saying, I can't speak on that. Now, am I surprised that she can't speak on it? Absolutely not. Is that what I thought would happen? 100%. But it does kind of throw me back a little bit because I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is actually going on? Are we getting any new information? And if we're not, why did we need 4 parts of the reunion? I have so many questions in my mind, but we will get to it as soon as the part 3 of the reunion comes up on Wednesday. We'll be going live on my channel on Thursday for some more recaps of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We'll be breaking down the conversation with a special guest. I just hope it gets better. I know I keep saying this in my videos. I want more information to come out. I want to get more insight. If Erica is as innocent as she says, not saying she is or that she's not, but if she is as innocent as she says and did not know anything, then help us believe that. Give us a little bit of information that can help us believe it. But she really just keeps alluding to the fact that, well, right now is not my time to speak on this, but when I can, I hope you guys will be patient and you guys will know my truth. I'm sure at the end of the day, she'll have a tell-all book. She'll have different people approaching her, different networks approaching her for probably a Lifetime movie, a tell-all, a sit-down interview that's probably going to go viral. I'm sure she'll have a lot of different opportunities once this is all put to bed, but it doesn't look like this is getting put to bed anytime soon. Again, I have a lot of questions, but it looks like we'll have to wait. And maybe part 3 and part 4 will give us some more information. I'm just not so optimistic at this point. Guys, go ahead and comment below. What do you think about Kathryn Edwards clarifying her statements about Garcelle and Lisa Rinna, saying that she wasn't shading Garcelle, but just letting us know she doesn't feel like Lisa Rinna is the type of person who would have ever said that she didn't want race being brought up on the show. She feels like whatever source this is, maybe they made it up or they got it wrong. I don't even know if that's the right thing to say. But go ahead and give me your unfiltered opinions because you know I welcome them all. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.